In this video, I'm going to be talking about a really fast and easy way to be making tons of MT right now in NBA 2K25 Myteam, and also telling you guys how you can potentially prepare to do this next week and how you can actually invest in some cards to be making some MT in the next couple of weeks as well with this one singular method. So if you guys go over to your challenges screen, and if you guys go to the season 6 challenges, as you guys can see today, we did get some new Flash 2 challenges, which are going to have this same kind of win requirements that the first challenges did have. For example, in the Flash 1 challenges, you had to win a game using 13 Knicks players, Clippers players, Spurs players, and Lakers players as well. And what this caused was the market for these specific players to go up quite a bit in price, because people are obviously grinding these challenges, trying to get that 99 overall premium player pack, a free dark matter. So it's going to be the same thing with the Flash 2 challenges. You have to win a game using 13 King players, 13 Grizzlies players, Hawks players, and Bulls players as well. So if we head on over to the auction house, we can see that those players, for example, have gone up, maybe not as much as the first week in price, but if we look at the Bulls cards, I would guarantee you that they're going to be going for at least 2,500 to 3,000 MT. None up here for 2,700. We look at 3,000 MT. It looks like there's a couple up, but there's only like Kobe White, Nikola Vucevic, Zach LaVine. So that's only 3 cards, and you guys have to remember you need 13 cards to do this challenge. So if you don't have Kobe White, Zach LaVine, and Vucevic, and you're looking to sell other cards, they're going to be going for more than this 3,000 MT price, because there's a Josh Giddey for about 3,100, and then there's this Dwight Jones for about 3,000 MT. So that's only like 5 or 6 cards that I named. You're still going to need another 8 to 7 cards that you're going to need for the Bulls players. So if you guys go over to your collection, right, and if you guys go to Bulls, for example, now Amon bound his account, so shout out to him. He has tons of cards, so he's going to have a lot of cards to sell. For example, this Julian Phillips, there's only one in the auction house for 4,600. I can probably sell this card easily for maybe like 3,500 MT. I think he would sell really fast, and I could probably even sell him for more MT, because people are going to be going on the auction house and they're going to be trying to pick up cards that they don't have from the Bulls, and they're going to need these players. So I'm going to put this card up for just under 4,000 MT, and I'm pretty confident that card will 1,000% sell. So what you guys should be doing is going through your collection, seeing what, for example, Bulls cards you guys have, seeing, for example, what Kings cards you guys have, Hawks cards, you know, all those type of cards. So for example, even like an Aaron Brooks right here, right, none up on the auction house, this card will probably sell for a good like 4,000 MT, maybe even more as well. You can undercut him and just put him up for like 3,000 and they'll probably sell, but I'll put this card up for like 4,500. And again, this is just a really fast and simple way to be making MT. It doesn't take much time. Yes, you obviously need these cards in your collection, so if you don't have many cards, you're not gonna be able to make MT this way, but just wanted to let you guys know, if you guys have a ton of these cards, especially like the gems of the game and the hidden gems cards, they're going to be the cards that are super rare and none are up on the auction house. But if you still have, for example, you have like the gold cards like Jalen Smith, right, there's only a couple of him on the auction house that go for around 4,000 MT, so you can sell this card for, again, 3,000 MT, and I can pretty much confidently tell you he's going to sell for about 3,000 MT. So make sure you guys are going checking your collection, and this is only for one team, right? Now again, you're not going to maybe have as many cards as bounties, but make sure you guys are going through your collection. You're looking for Kings, Grizzlies, Hawks, and Bulls as well. We'll just look at another example, right? We'll go over back to the auction house, and now we'll search for Grizzlies players, right? And we'll just see how much they're going for. So Grizzlies, and again, I'm assuming they'll go for around maybe like 3,000 MT, kind of the same price. So we can see a couple up here: Jaren Jackson Jr., John Morant for 2,500, 2,300. These cards are obviously the super easy ones to have. A lot of people have these series 1 cards, but you know, again, you need 13. That's only 2 Grizzlies, so you can search for more MT, and it's still now only, you know, now GG Jackson's getting in the mix, but again, that's only 3 Grizzlies players. You need 10 more. So again, now you can go ahead above 3,300, right? Is there any other new ones for 3,500? And you can see it looks like there's none up, right? So it looks like GG Jackson, Jaren Jackson Jr., and John Morant are only like the Grizzlies players that are going for about 3,000 MT. And now you can maybe put your limit to like 4,000, see what cards are here. Now there's a Desmond Bane, so you can sell your Desmond Bane for probably like 3,500. You can maybe sell your Zaire Williams for 3,500, you know, your John Concar for 3,500 MT. This GG Jackson goes for a little bit more as well. So it looks like a majority of the Grizzlies players are about 4,000 MT. You know, if most people want to be buying these cards, they're gonna have to spend 4,000 MT on a Scottie Pippen Jr., 4,000 MT on a Zach Edey, 4,000 MT on a Derrick Rose, 4,000 MT on a Vince Williams Jr. So again, you can undercut these prices and sell these type of gold cards that aren't Jaren Jackson Jr., GG Jackson, and John Morant. Sell them for like 3,500, and again, you're going to be making a lot of MT. So if we go over to my collection, or I should say go over to Bounty's collection, right? And we go over to the Grizzlies cards and we look for those gold cards. He has Marcus Smart. He has Brandon Clark, for example, right? He has Zach Edey, can't sell him, but he has a John Concar. He has Scottie Pippen Jr. unsellable, but he has this John Concar sellable. So, for example, I can go list him up for 3,500 MT, and it is just such a lucrative way to be making MT right now in my team. But I also want to talk about how you can maybe potentially invest in these cards for the next couple of Tuesdays, because if you guys maybe have noticed, the 4 cards that we get in the flash set are based on these, teams. For example, the 100 overall Oscar Robertson, he's a Kings card. So again, that's why the Kings players are in these challenges. The Grizzlies is for Triple J, the Hawks is for Karis LeVert, and the Bulls is for Patrick Williams. So what you guys can do, as soon as you guys see the leaked on Tuesday, or sorry, I should say Monday, when you see the leaks on Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern time, what you guys can do, let's just say for next week, there's a Raptors card. Let's just say there's a Dark Matter Pascal Siakam as a Raptors card, right? What you can now do is go over to the auctions, right? Search the auction house and go over to the Raptors team, right? And see what are the cheapest Raptors cards right now in this game. I'm just using the Raptors, for example, because I'm a Raptors fan, right? Okay, now you can see you can buy a Jakob Poeltl for 900 MT. You can buy a Scottie Barnes for 800. Now, will people be doing this like you are during the league? So maybe these cards will be more expensive. But for example, if you're buying up an RJ Barry, buying up a Cruz Boucher, all these cards for 600, 800 MT, I mean, we can see the cheapest card is like 2,500, 3,000 MT. So I think this is a great way to be making MT. So when the leaks do come out, again, Monday, 4 p.m. Eastern time, if you see a Raptors card, if you see a, I'm trying to think of cards that haven't been announced, if you see a, blanket on NBA teams here, a Thunder's card, right? Let's say it's a Dark Matter, what card? I'm trying to think of the Thunder players. Man, I'm tripping on Thunder's players now. Let's say there's a I mean, Chet already has a Dark Matter, Shea has a Dark Matter, J-Dub already has a Dark Matter. Somehow, let's say Caruso gets a Dark Matter, right? And it's a Thunder's card. Okay, now the Thunders are going to be the Thunder are going to be in that challenge, right? Where you have to win a game using 13 of those players. So again, it's a nice way to also invest. So make sure you guys are going through your collection, selling all the cards you guys have, but just wanted to give you guys that tip as well. Because for example, if I go over to the Thunder players in the auction house, and we can see, again, I would assume that the Thunder players are really not that expensive. Maybe they're 800, 700 MT for a lot of these Series 1 players. Go buy a Caruso, go buy a Kendrick Williams and Aaron Wiggins, right? A Jalen Williams, right? All these cards, J-Dub, Chet. I'm sure Shea's not that expensive as well for his Amethyst card. And again, this is another way to be making a lot of MT by investing, because if you're able to buy these cards for 600, 700 MT, again, if we go look at another example, we go look at the Kings, right? Because the Kings right now are one of those teams that obviously, are featured in the challenge. And again, what is the cheapest Kings player? More than 2,000 MT. So you have now just doubled your MT at least on every single card you've bought if you invested in Kings players, right? 2,800, there's going to be a couple up. There's DeMar, De'Aaron Fox, Sim Bular. So again, if you bought one of these cards for, let's say 700 MT, you just made 2,000 MT on De'Aaron Fox. You made like 1,500 on DeMar. So again, this is a really good way to be investing as well, to be making MT in the future. So again, make sure to go to check your collection. You can see Jalen Smith just sold right here. They're definitely selling because people are wanting to go through and complete these challenges for a free Dark Matter pack. So just want to give you guys an updated video talking about what teams that you guys should be selling right now, but also again talking about an investing strategy that you guys can use next Monday when the leaks do roll around. Hopefully you guys did find this helpful. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like down below and make sure you guys are subscribed if you guys are new, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.